Well. Here we are sitting in front of the tier maker list. It's another one of those weeks where I'm super fucking busy, so I'm just throwing a thing together. This time not at the last minute. Last time I did one of these, it was like the day before. But still, I'm throwing some shit together. I decided this week I'm gonna rate every Mario game based off of childhood nostalgia, or in the case of like Super Mario Odyssey, I don't know, it came out when I was an adult, but childhood nostalgia still. Who cares? It's my video. I do what I want here. So, without further ado, let's just jump into this. I believe I have played all of these games, or at least seen all of these games. I don't know. If there's ones I didn't play, I replaced the E section with the didn't play one. So I'll figure that out along the way. Let's fucking do it. Starting off with Super Mario Maker, the original. Not 2, the original. Is the second one even on here? I don't see the second one on this list. So I'm gonna rank this one as both Mario Maker 1 and 2. Just cause I think they're comparable games. I think the games are really fun to a certain extent. I got Mario Maker 2. I played Mario Maker 1 briefly, but I put more time into 2. And as I played it, the more I played it, the less fun it became. Because levels started becoming more just like, haha, I used a glitch to make an impossible level. Cool. Try to beat this. And it especially sucked when I would be doing like like one of the runs or whatever they're called, where it's like try to beat as many levels as possible given a certain number of lives. Kind of ruined the fun of it. So I think it's a novel idea, and for people who've always wanted to create those Mario levels, I'm gonna put this in the B section because it's a good game. It's not bad. It's not top tier greatest shit of all time, but it's there. Mario & Luigi Paper Jam. I've actually never heard of that game. I said I thought I'd played all these. I was wrong. Never heard of that one. It looks like a matchup between Paper Mario and the Mario and Luigi games, but judging based off the fact that it came out in the 3DS period, which is also the period where Color Splash and Sticker Star came out, it's probably shit. So, but didn't play. I haven't played Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. Wow, I lied. I lied a lot. Here we go. Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. The Mario & Luigi games, except for the one down there I haven't played, they're good fucking games. They're fun. They're really funny. And like, it seems like all the Mario RPGs are way funnier than regular Mario. I guess because there's more dialogue in them compared to your regular Mario game. But Mario & Luigi Bowser's Inside Story is one that I got from fucking like Blockbuster back in the day. And it's a pretty dang good game. It's fun. It has some cool ideas, but there's a big but here. It's not as good, I don't think, as some of the other Mario RPG games, which I will get into later. So I'm going to put it in the C tier. C tier, where the middle of the line shit goes. Not great, not terrible, it's just good. Super Mario Bros. U. This is like the same thing as Super Mario Bros. Wii, basically. There aren't really many differences. It's the same Mario approach they've been going for since the beginning. And so it kind of just is the same glut of stuff over and over and over again. So for that, I'm going to give it a D. Because I don't remember it as much as, say, New Super Mario Bros. For DS or New Super Mario Bros. Wii, or even the one that they re-released for Switch, New Super Mario, like the weird collection one, the remastered thing. I don't know, it's just not as good. Speaking of other New Super Mario Bros., New Super Mario Bros. Wii, I can speak. I had a lot of fun playing this game with friends, just like, because it offered that sort of couch co-op shit, where you can each play a character. I always played Blue Toad, because Blue Toad is best Toad, and I will take that fight to the end of the earth. It's a good game. It's just a fun experience to play with friends and to fuck your friends over, because it's really easy to do. So for that, I'm going to put it in the B tier, slightly above average, but not the world's greatest. New Super Mario Bros. For DS. Now this shit is fire, because this was like one of the first games I got when I got my DS, and fucking you play the game, okay? It's Mario. It has some cool shit in it. You got the giant mushrooms, the mini mushrooms. But the best part of this fucking game was like the mini game where you could play fucking like poker with fucking Luigi as the goddamn casino dude. What are those? Dealer. I'm not dumb. As the dealer, it's cool. Love that shit. And because of that, we're putting in the A tier because it's Mario, but with the addition of gambling. Hell yeah. Super Mario Bros. 2. I always forget this game exists until I have flashbacks to elementary school. This fucking game was on a computer. I don't know how it was on a computer. I don't know what the fuck. It was probably an emulator would be my guess. But there was a computer we had with Super Mario Bros. 2 on it. And it's just a weird game. It's like a fucking fever dream. Even when I've like seen it played recently, it's a fucking fever dream. I don't know why they made this. D tier. Not as good as other Mario games. Mario Odyssey is a pretty cool fucking game. It's almost like a return to form from the GameCube, the N64 GameCube era of Mario games, where you had cool shit like Sunshine 64. I'm gonna move my hand over here because this hand's on my mouse. This hand is over here. Super Mario Sunshine, those games are fucking awesome, and it's sort of a return to form for that. It's similar, I guess, to Super Mario 3D World, but I think it's a more focused story than 3D World was. But, like, it's got some really cool shit. It's a massive fucking game, too. You can spill hours into this shit trying to beat everything. So I think it's a very, very good return to form for Mario. Do I think it's as good as some of the best Mario games out there? No, because for me at least, I know this probably isn't true for everyone. For me at least, it got a little bit stale eventually. Around like World 7 or 8 in the game, it starts to like, okay, I'm gonna do this puzzle again, gonna do this jumping shit, gonna answer this Sphinx's questions, whatever. But I still think it's a very, very good game and a very, very good intro to a new console with the fucking Switch. So I'm going to put it in the A tier. Super Mario RPG. Not a game I've played a ton of, but a very, very important game nonetheless, because it kind of kickstarted the whole Paper Mario series, which is one of my favorite Mario series in general, one of my favorite RPGs in general. And it kind of kickstarted that idea, but I don't have as many fond memories of fucking Super Mario RPG, because it just wasn't a huge part of my life. So people are going to crucify me for this, but I'm putting it in the C tier, because it's important, but it's not my favorite game. Super Mario 3D Land. I forgot this game existed too. I never played this one. This is the one that I thought for a second it was 3D World, but no, it's 3D Land. I never played that fucking one. I forgot that game was ever made. What do you know? Super Paper Mario. Okay. Now, Super Paper Mario is a cool fucking game. Another one that I used to get from Blockbuster as a kid. One I never beat when I was younger. I think it's interesting because I love the Paper Mario games and I love the RPG turn-based combat of the first two. And this game totally fucking flipped up everything. But it did it in a really cool way with like the reality shifting sort of mechanic, and it's a really cool way to solve different puzzles and do shit. So I'm gonna put it in the B tier. It's above average, it's not my favorite, but I still have good memories getting it from Blockbuster as a kid. This is Superstar Saga. I was trying to read the title. The fucking PNG is so goddamn small. This one I have my copy of actually behind my green screen behind me. Good fucking game. Great fucking game. Top tier Mario game, okay? Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga is like the quintessential Mario RPG. I'm gonna say that for multiple games. There are multiple quintessential Mario RPG games, but Mario and Luigi brought so much character, so much fucking comedy, so much really good, like, cool turn-based mechanics with the different abilities you can do, like, where you do the thing where, like, Mario jumps out, then Luigi jumps on top of him, and they springboard off each other, and you have to, like, hit action commands. Shit was so cool. It kind of blew my fucking 7-year-old mind when I was playing it. Cool fucking game. Great fucking game. Let's go. First S rank on here. Next up, another fucking S rank right off the bat. Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door. Fucking amazing game. One of my favorite games of all time. Just the story and the characters in this game. As a kid, I fucking loved it. Especially when you got to hatch and name your own Yoshi partner. Shit was so cool. But man, like, it's a game that I've played. This is probably the Mario game I've played the most out of any game on this list. Maybe Sunshine or 64 I've played more. But Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door is like god tier games above all else. God tier RPGs, god tier Mario games, god tier Nintendo content in general. They're making that fucking 3D All-Stars thing, which is cool and all, but can we get like some Paper Mario All-Stars where they fucking re-release the first 3 Paper Mario games, and then we all forget that Sticker Star and Color Splash ever existed? Please, Nintendo, thank you. Next game. Super Mario 3D World. That one came out when I was older. I played it at like a friend's house at some point. Someone who actually owned a fucking Wii U, because I never bought one. I didn't see the need for a Wii U. There was no point. It's a pretty decent game. It's a fun game to play with friends. But in terms of like Mario games, I wouldn't rank it as high because it just didn't provide the same experience that I would typically want to get from a Mario game. I don't know. There's something just different about the aesthetic of it that didn't really ever pull me in. So I'm going to put it in C tier, because it's not bad by any means, but it's not great. New Super Mario Bros. 2, D tier. It's just it's another fucking rehash of a rehash of a rehash. They keep releasing the same games over and over again, and then adding slightly new things. I know it's a different story than, say, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, or fucking New Super Mario Bros. The original, but like, it didn't add a ton for me, so that's why it's going D tier. Mario and Luigi, I don't remember this fucking Dream. Is this Dream Team? Is that what it's called? I don't fucking remember. This one came out later, and I didn't really ever play on a 3DS, so putting it in the didn't play, because like I kind of know what happens in it, but not enough to like rank it. Super Mario Galaxy 2. Another one I never played, actually. I played the first game, which I'll talk about later when we get to that. Why are these are in such a weird fucking order now that I'm looking at it? Are these are backward? No, they're not backwards. What the fuck? I don't know how these are categorized. Whatever. The fact is, I like never played it. It came out later in the Wii cycle when I had moved on to more adult games, because I was a real gamer. I started playing M-rated games, like the Call of Duties. Halo? I've never played Halo. Yell at me in the comments about that, please. But I just never played that one. Yoshi's New Island. I never played that one. I played the DS one. Is that one on here? What the fuck? Because that's the 3DS one. I never played the 3DS one. I played the fucking Yoshi's Island for DS. This is some bullshit. Fucking list makers, work on this shit. Color Splash, D tier, lowest tier, game sucks. Enough of that. Super Mario Land. It's an okay game. I'm gonna blast through some of these that I don't have a lot to say about, but Super Mario Land's an okay game. All I remember is it is fucking like black and white. And it's very odd when you go from like a color game like the other Marios to like the weird black and whiteness of Super Mario Land. Anywho, next game. Luigi's Mansion. Why is only one? Oh no, there were 2 Luigi's Mansions here. They didn't put the third one on yet. Luigi's Mansion, the original, is a fucking baller game. Super fun experience. Great little horror like escapade, but like not super scary jump scare horror, just like fun horror, you know? We're like, ooh, that's a spooky ghost. Not like, not that kind of horror. This is a great game. Super fun to play. I have great memories of playing this game at sleepovers when I was a kid. I'd fucking bring my GameCube with its little ass handle on the back. I'd carry it to my friend's house. We lived in the same apartment complex. It was cool. I'd carry it over and I would just we'd stay up late taking turns playing Luigi's Mansion. A tier game. Fucking cool game. Mario and Luigi, Partners in Time. This is the one where it's the game where they have the buddies who are themselves from the past. This is in a similar sort of place to Bowser's Inside Story, but I actually remember Partners in Time a little more, just because you had fucking Baby Mario and Baby Luigi, and I used to play as them in fucking Mario Kart 60, not 64, Mario Kart Double Dash. And so I remember this one slightly more. Nothing like super jump out, just the same sort of like funny dialogue, sort of making fun of the RPG genre in a sort of way. I think it's a tier above Bowser's Inside Story, but not as good as, say, Superstar Saga or any of these other upper tier games. Paper Mario, the OG. I'm just gonna put in the A tier right away. Great fucking game. Phenomenal RPG, but not as good as Thousand Year Door, I would say. I think Thousand Year Door is a better all-around game, but definitely like all the stuff that they put into Paper Mario, they perfected in Thousand Year Door. So it's like that perfect stepping stone on the way to greatness. And it's just a really good game, and it's still a game that holds up now, even how many fucking years. I'm looking at my watch, like my watch is gonna tell me what fucking year that game came out. I don't know. But just an A tier game, quality shit. Paper Mario, sticker star, fucking D tier, game sucks. Super Mario 64. The OG 3D game. I feel like it's sacrilege for me to not give it an S rank just because of how fucking influential and incredible the game was when it came out. And it's funny because it's still a game that like I've played more recently. I played through it with a Guitar Hero controller once. Shit was weird, but I did that. Like, it's still a game that has definite replayability, although I bet kids from the current generation would be like, ew, that controller sucks if they're using the fucking three-pronged dildo-ass fucking... I don't know why I called it that. The three-pronged dildo controller. Where does the third one go? Wait. I'm off my fucking rocker today. The fucking weird-ass controller, the Trident controller for the N64. Kids these days wouldn't understand how to hold it. I've had to explain to people that you don't hold it from the two outside ones. You put one in the middle and one on the side, and it's a whole mess. But it's a phenomenal game and a very, very important piece of history. Next up, Super Mario Bros. 3. This is one I played on Game Boy. I didn't play it on... I have played it on NES since then, but I owned it as a kid on my Game Boy. And I could never fucking beat this game. This game was so aggravating to me as a kid, because I just sucked, but it was so hard for me to play. But in terms of nostalgia and Mario-ness, I fucking had a blast with this game. It's like, it's super fun. When I learned that you could run with the tail on and just fucking take off and fly, golden tier shit right there. So I'm gonna put this in the A tier because I think it's a really fucking good game. Super Mario All-Stars, I have played this maybe once. I don't remember much about it, so I'm gonna, like, I can't say I didn't play it, but I'm gonna put it in the fucking C tier. Just even let me know if it's a good fucking game and I should go revisit it. The OG Super Mario Bros. Man, oh man, oh man. In terms of video game history, it would have to be an S rank. In terms of childhood nostalgia, though, I think I can only put it up here at an A, because it was not a game I played a ton as a kid, but also it just wasn't like as mind-boggling to me as, say, Super Mario 64 was, or any of the other 3D Marios. I guess I grew up in a weird spot because I was born in the year 2000, where like I was past the point of 3D games coming out, so 3D games were already everywhere. And then going back to 2D games was just like, why do I want to go back? I'm a cool kid. I don't care about that shit. Except, looking back now, I was a dumbass, and there's so many fucking amazing 2D games. But as a kid, it just didn't really strike me as well. But I think it's still a very, very good, very, very replayable game, even now. Super Mario Galaxy, the OG Galaxy game. I'm saying OG a lot. What the fuck am I on right now? This has got to be an S tier. Just like, imagine this. The year is 2007. You wake up on Christmas morning and you fucking unwrap a Wii. Now, I was 7 years old at the time and my mind was fucking... I fucking loved this game. You are Mario literally fucking flying through space. What is not to love about that? It's just like, it's this moment of amazement. Plus, killer level design, killer soundtrack, and just fucking fun puzzles, you know? It was a very different experience than a lot of the other Mario games I had played up till that point. And so it was just kind of a, like I already said, mind-blowing moment. But it's just, and it's a game that, of course, they're re-releasing now. And I think that's just a sign that it's a game that still fucking holds up to this day. I just got a copy of it for Wii because I sold my copy a while ago and I've been replaying it. Fucking good-ass game. Next up, Super Mario Land 2. Didn't play this one. Don't remember this one ever existing. I remember the first one existing, but not the second. Super Mario Sunshine. You gotta fucking put it up in the S tier. I've been tempted at points in my YouTube career, less than a year now, to just replay Super Mario Sunshine and see if the game is actually as good as I fucking remember it being when I played it as a kid or when I've played it subsequent times since then. But I just know in my heart of hearts that it is as good, so it'd just be a pointless video of me gushing over Super Mario Sunshine. I've always wanted to fucking go to Isle Delfino and just fucking vibe in the sun. I burn like crazy. I'm pale as shit, and I would like, the sun there would probably melt me, but like, fuck do I want to go there. Awesome game, awesome water mechanics, awesome puzzles, awesome platforming, Yoshi fucking vomiting juice everywhere. Good shit. Next up, Super Mario World. Ho ho ho. This game, my band teacher in high school had, in his office, he had a NES and a SNES. And so my senior year, I was his teaching assistant during a period of school where he didn't have a class. So I would just either, if he had work for me to do, I'd do it. But if he didn't have work for me to do, I would just chill in his office and play NES or SNES games. And Super Mario World was one that I played a couple times. I never fully beat it, but it's one I've played a couple times. And I really enjoy that shit. Fucking the cape, fucking all them Yoshi levels. Super Mario World might have the best Yoshi like gameplay, maybe next to Super Mario Sunshine, maybe. Oh, also Paper Mario. Fuck, why is Yoshi so cool? I don't know. But Super Mario World is a good fucking game. Definitely one I want to go back and replay. I'm gonna put it A tier. I was hovering over B, but I want to put it in A because it's a good ass game. Yoshi's Island. Fucking, I'm so upset they didn't put like. There's a lot of games they didn't put on here. They didn't put DS Yoshi's Island, which is the one I grew up with. They put Luigi's Mansion, but they didn't say they didn't put the fucking like Peach Story game or the Donkey Kong. What is the category for a Mario game? I bet there's a list on this fucking tier maker website that has all the Mario games. But I'm gonna have to say Yoshi's Island, the OG, is a B tier, above average. Not quite as good as some of the others, not bad, but it's not as nostalgic for me because it was one that I played later, and it just doesn't, I don't have the same fond memories and same enjoyment of that game as I would have for, say, the DS game. The DS game might have gotten an A tier because I loved that shit so much. Someone send me a DS and a copy of that game. I don't own it anymore. I don't own a DS anymore. It sucks. Anywho, there you fucking go. My tier maker list of all of these fucking Mario games. Let me know what you think in the comments. Judge me harshly for putting games like the original Mario in an A tier instead of an S tier. Fucking rip me apart. I'm ready. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked what you saw. I hope you are very upset at me. If you like what you saw, be sure to subscribe. I post new videos every Thursday. Usually they're not like this. Usually I put more work into them, but I'm very busy this week, so I did this instead. Just being honest. If you want to catch me live, I stream over at Twitch at Triceratops_Jr. 3 times a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And that's it, y'all. Peace out. I will catch you on the fucking flip side. That was a bad snap. I gotta do that again. That was fucking baller.